If you saw my video about making a device to allow the use of 7-inch reels on the Wolverine film scanner, well, if you saw that, here it is, prettified, if you will, the sort of final version, and no longer in the garage. It's in my little photo studio area. Of course, the Wolverine is for converting 8mm and Super 8 film, black and white and color, into digital movies. It basically shoots it one frame at a time, and it does an excellent job. The problem is it's only designed to handle up to 5-inch reels, not the big 7-inchers. So following the lead of another YouTuber, I used some old film rewinds to make support arms to hold take-up reel and a supply reel area for the bigger reels. And to drive it, I'm using a film leader spliced into a loop, and that goes around a smaller movie reel that is attached to the big take-up reel. So those two spin together, one of them collecting film, the other being the drive shaft, basically. For a base on this, I thought it was appropriate. I had some wood from an Edison phonograph, one of the hand crank things, pre-1920. It came out of a barn sale. The cabinet was just rotted, trashed, and everything else. I managed to salvage all of the mechanical stuff out of it. Some of it beat up, some of it not, and it all went out there to help repair ailing Edison phonographs. But I kept some of the wood, and this is 100-year or so old wood. I basically trimmed that down. These pieces right here, the clear pieces, I don't know what kind of wood that is, but they were used as slides for the mechanism to slide in and out of the phonograph cabinet. It's a very hard wood. I used the existing holes in it. This piece up here was part of the cabinet side, and I just used some drywall screws to hold that to the other piece. And the Wolverine just sits there. It's not attached at all to the stand. The only connection is through the drive belt and through the film that runs through the Wolverine and then onto that reel. So I think it's going to work pretty good. Right now I'm trying an experiment to tension the drive belt, if you will. I've just got that arm loose, so the weight of the film arm keeps that so far at a pretty good tension. Now what I'm concerned about is as a lot of film gets wound onto this and it gets heavier, does it increase the tension too much? But we'll find out. One element you have to pay attention to is the angle of the belt and the film. They are connected to two different reels, but when you get over to the Wolverine end of things, they're basically in the same plane. So things are going to be angled a little bit, so I try to adjust it so that the drive belt is angled a bit more than the film with the images on it. I'm running a test video dub right now, and if it seems like this setup here with this angle works, I have a little wood block. I'll glue that right in place. I won't glue it to the Wolverine, I'll just glue it to the wood surface here, and that way whenever I want to use this again, I can just sit the Wolverine down so it slides up against that. And I probably will use this thing mostly as is. I've discovered it's just as easy, if not easier, to run even smaller reels of film onto this system, especially because I can quickly rewind it over here without having to flip reels around and all that sort of thing. So there it is, a combination of what? That's probably a 1950s film. That's like a 1910 to 1920 base. That's a 2017, make that 2016 piece of technology. So it all comes together right here. Let's push a button and finish scanning this movie.